faith and fear both require you to believe in something you cannot see. And you can choose. This is where the choice comes in. You can either choose to give power to fear or give power to faith. What's going on, everybody? I am Andrew Murray, and this is The Journey Together. This is the season finale as well, and so I'm thankful for all of you who have been following, who have been listening, who have been talking to me about the series. Really appreciate it, and today we are covering one of the most dangerous components to why people don't follow through on their dreams or goals, and we are talking about fear. What is it? Why do we have it? And I'm going to give you 3 steps to overcome fear that we can start today. All right. So as you know, fear is when you're afraid, you're scared to do something, you get anxiety, right? And I want to start off by letting you know that fear in most cases is caused by ignorance. Now, I'm sure we all heard, the phrase, fear is false evidence appearing real. Totally true. And I want to emphasize that a little bit as well, right? Fear isn't real. You're so afraid, right? And I get it because I'm not downplaying fear. We all have it. It all creeps up on us. You can never fully erase fear from your life, right? But we can take steps into fixing this. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is the 80-20 rule, right? The 80-20 rule. And what I mean by that is 80% of your fear comes from the word they. What would they think if I do this? What would they think if I fail with this? What would they do if I told them the truth? Would they no longer be my friend? What would they do if I was aggressive with things I believed in? Would people think I'm arrogant? What would they do? And so really you want to eliminate they. Not entirely, but we want to drop that down to maybe and give it 10%. 10% of your thought process when it comes to making a decision for your dream. Like, of course, you want to keep the loved ones in your mind. You want to make sure that we're being respectful, to as many people as possible. But when it's 80%, when your fear is coming from 80% from external reasons, we want to drop that down. And 20% is internal. What would you think if you let you down? What would you think about yourself if you were to fail this? What would you think about yourself? How would you feel if you didn't get the things you wanted to get done completed? Right? And so that's fine. We all kind of have that doubt, or at least it tries to creep in. But when that thought comes into your mind, again, like last week's episode, we want to control the thoughts. When we get a thought of fear or doubt, you want to go ahead and negate that and start saying what is going to happen, what you want to happen, which is the positive outcome. All right, so that was step number 1. When you want to decrease the amount of power that they have, decrease the amount of fear coming from external reasons. Don't worry about what they think. Don't worry about how they will act. You are focused on achieving your dream and your goals. Okay, that's step number 1. Step number 2 is the think-act theory, right? Is when you think about something and then right after that, you act on it immediately, if not same day, same hour. What happens is fear gets a lot of its strength from constant thought. When you constantly think about something, it builds the fear up in it. When you think about going on a roller coaster or going skydiving, you may be thinking about it the previous night. If it's a fear for you, you may be thinking about it the previous night the entire time. And it's going to build up the power of that fear. But when you can think about something and then act on it, the fear isn't as strong. For a scenario, if I was scared of skydiving and I said, I want to go skydiving next week, I have all week to think about it. So that fear is going to build up. But if I say my goal is to go skydiving in 30 minutes, fear only has 30 minutes of power. It's not that strong. I'm going to think about it, but the odds of me acting on it increase significantly. So whenever you think about something, act on it. Think and then act. Think and then act. It's going to be step number 2. Step number 3, I want you to build and gain trust in your dreams. I want you to build and gain trust within your goals. Fear oftentimes grips you up by the collar and tries to suffocate you with your thoughts about how you can't do something, about why you shouldn't do something, about all the negative outcomes that could potentially happen. But I want you to have faith in the goal, right? Because faith and fear both require you to believe in something you cannot see. And you can choose. This is where the choice comes in. You can either choose to give power to fear or give power to faith. And I'm going to tell us right now, if you give power to faith, that's going to change your life right there. They both require you to believe in something you can't see. Why not choose the greater outcome then? Why not live in that abundance mindset? So again, step 3 is to build that trust. It is to gain trust in something. And I want to take time and discuss why that is important, because fear oftentimes comes in the form of ignorance. Like I said before, you don't understand something, right? So if you don't understand something, how can you fully trust it? If I knew a roller coaster was squeaky or had a faulty lever that keeps me down on my seat, I don't trust it. So therefore I fear it, right? But if something can build my trust in an object or a person, then I'm going to be okay with completing whatever it is I want to complete. Some of you, when it comes to your dream, you haven't built any trust in it, right? And this is how you build trust. You have to take it takes time to build trust. Like, it isn't overnight, let's be honest. And I want to start there really quick. If you don't see yourself doing something in the long run, that may be a reason why you fear it. And you got to see this in the long run. Like, if you fear starting your own business, or if you fear a certain subject in school, whatever the case may be, and you don't see yourself doing it in the long run, like in terms of finishing high school or finishing college or going through all the way with your business you want to open up, it's going to cause you to be very fearful, because what you'll do is you'll depend on something coming quick. And when it doesn't come quick, when that success doesn't come quick, it's going to cause you to be fearful. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I only did this because I wanted to be strong for a slight moment. But you have to be strong full time. When you're a full-time entrepreneur, or even part-time entrepreneur, part-time student, full-time student, you have to be confident in the big picture, the degree, the master's, the doctorate, right? When you get confident enough to say, hey, I don't care what happens, I'm going to see this through. That takes time. When you meet a new friend, you don't trust them completely all the way. You may say hello and have a good time, do whatever, but you don't trust them 100%. You can trust them maybe 50, 60, like, if we're being honest. Like, I know your name, but I don't know if I can trust you with a secret. That takes time. That takes weeks and months and years of building a long friendship on. And the longer the friendship is, usually the bigger the trust, right? But here's the second piece to building trust, is to take honorable actions that would benefit the value of something. I'll say it again. How you build trust is taking honorable actions to build the trust or build the value in something you're trying to achieve. So if I want to create a long friendship, I just can't see someone and say, hey, right? I could have a neighbor of 50 years. And if I never talk to my neighbor, I can know that person, but doesn't mean I'll trust them. But it's if he or she allows me to borrow their lawnmower, if I can borrow a shoe, or if they bring over snacks, or if I bring over snacks to them, or if we have a barbecue and we invite the neighbors over and we just talk more and we hang out more. All these things are actionable items that's going to build trust. It's honorable actions that's going to build trust because I'm speaking to them constantly. I do things with them constantly. So for you, if you have a goal to finish school all the way, an honorable action is to study. It's to have great time management so that you can have fun in college, but also achieve what you went there to do in the first place, to get the degree. right? And so if you're not studying constantly, if you're not emailing the professor constantly or on a normal basis, it's going to start to lose trust. You're going to start losing trust in the dream. If you have a business to open up and you want to be true to that, if you aren't taking the honorable actions to maybe build the website or maybe reach out to somebody or make a connection with someone or cold call or go door to door knocking, whatever it is, you're going to start to lose trust. And when trust comes down, the faith comes down, and then fear increases significantly. All right, so those are the 3 steps we're going to take to break down fear, to overcome fear. Step number 1, we are going to eliminate the power of they. How would they feel about it? How would they think about me if I fail? Going to eliminate that, or at least bring that down significantly to start overcoming fear. The second step that we are going to take is to think and then act. We know the root of fear is based in thoughts. So we cannot think and think alone. We must think and then act. That is how we're going to overcome fear in that way. And step number 3, we're going to gain and build trust. We're going to gain trust by 1, taking time and letting us see it, that we're in it for the long run. We want to see that we are in it for the long run. And also we are going to do honorable actions to build the trust, because we understand that when the trust goes down, the fear goes up. So those are the 3 steps. This is the season finale of the journey together. We look forward to talking to you soon. Season 2 is dropping in 2 weeks. So we are happy about that. Dropping below the comments how you plan to attack your fear today, and we'll talk to you soon.